September 12th. We are now off on another travel day. We're going from Nha Trang to Da Nang. The train is 10 hours, and because the train line runs from Ho Chi Minh City to Hanoi, all of the stops along the way are kind of just exactly that, stops along the way. So it's not like a scheduled Nha Trang to Da Nang train, which means that you board in Nha Trang when the train from Ho Chi Minh City pulls in. So all of that is just a long way of saying that the train times are absurd along the way if you're not getting on at major stops. So we were getting on at 2:14 p.m. in Nha Trang, and we were getting off in Da Nang at around 1:30 a.m. Which is crazy. We are allowed to check in late to our hotel, but it is just another classic travel day for us. We are here with our bags packed. Carson's not here because he's, just walking up. He is looking for an ATM because we're in desperate need of cash. And we're hoping to get some in the 2 hours that we have between now and when our train leaves. Fortunately, it's very hot and we have to walk around with our packs, but it's not the worst thing we're gonna have to do today. That is by far sitting on a train seat for 10 hours. We've got our little bag of snacks. We each have 3 peanut butter and jam sandwiches, some Pringles, some candies, some water. That's all we're gonna have to eat between the breakfast we ate at 9 and breakfast tomorrow. We just got to the train station. We are hot and sweaty and tired. And our train, it's 12:48 right now. Our train doesn't come until 2:14, so we have a while to wait. And we're both really tired. It being too hot and everything's just getting to us. Like on the walk over here, it was like a half hour, 40-minute walk. And the whole time I was just like, I understand scooters are a big part of life in Vietnam, but do they have to drive like such mad people, and do they have to park on the sidewalk so you have to walk in the road? You know what I mean? It's just like that friction is really wearing us thin lately. So we're about to board the train. We're walking to the platform. Luckily they had like a cute little board that shows you which direction to go for your car. For car 2, which is all the way up here at the front. Thank you. Okay. Did I? I didn't see. Okay, 15 and 16 Carson. Oh, no one's sitting in our seats. Oh, the seats are like fully reclined though. We're gonna have to. We are pulling into Da Nang. It is 1:04 a.m. So we're on the train for like, how many hours is that? Yeah, 11 hours we're on the train for, which is a lot. The air conditioning is like all out of whack. Like I don't know if you can tell from the windows, it's getting like really hot and like foggy, and like, you know, when it gets like that steamy in here, it's like they crank it for 5 minutes and then let it run for like 55. It's insane. And we've been sitting in these tiny seats for 11 hours. So we're very excited to get there and check into our 2-star airport hotel, but just for the night. And then tomorrow we'll go to a better one, hopefully. But we are tired. It's been a long travel day. Alright, off we go. Alright, here we are in Da Nang, off the train. And now we've got our decision between a 30-minute walk or a Grab. Okay, hello, it's the next morning. I dropped the ball a little bit. After the train station, if you were thinking we were gonna walk, you were wrong. We took a taxi, which was very out of character, but it was like 1:15 and we were really tired. Got back to the hotel. Kristen and I both had a shower because we felt absolutely disgusting after that gross train. And then I planned what we were going to do in Da Nang so that we could figure out where we're going to stay tomorrow, which is today, because we only had this room booked for one night. So we've planned out a whole itinerary and figured out we're going to stay in Da Nang town for at least one night, and then we're going to move over to the beaches where the rest of the activities in Da Nang are. Da Nang has kind of been equated to like the Miami of Vietnam, but in a good way, which doesn't really conjure good images, but that's kind of what it is. It's a big city, so we think we're going to spend a lot of time here because we are quite burnt out and we need a little bit of rest. So right now we are all packed up and we are about to go to our next hotel, which is a 35-minute walk. And if you thought we weren't gonna walk, then you are wrong again. We definitely are going to walk, and we're gonna try to pick up breakfast along the way. Okay, we're at the tail end of our walk. We're about to get to our new hotel, and we're gonna go out and find something to eat, which is good. Also, Carson and I are both wearing the exact same clothes we wore yesterday. So if you're confused about what day it is, that is why. But sometimes you just wear the same clothes as the day before.
There you go.
It's just showbiz. Okay, so we finally got to the hotel and they weren't gonna let us check in early, but we dropped our bags off and now we're getting some food because we don't have the breakfast that we usually have. So we're both getting some soups. It's cooking outside. We're so hot. I don't know if you can tell how sweaty I am. Carson is so sweaty.
My shirt is wet. Wet.
But we are happy to be in Da Nang. You can probably tell that we are very tired because we have had a long travel day. And as soon as we got to the hotel, we had to plan out basically our entire Hoi An Da Nang way route itinerary so that we could figure out the hotel for tonight because we didn't have one booked. And we had to book it in the right area. And it's just been a lot. So we're very happy to be getting food. That is the Dragon Bridge. It is the longest bridge in Vietnam apparently, which Kristen and I were both saying it doesn't seem that long. Like I feel like the one we took in Mekong Delta was longer, but who knows?
And for some reason Hannah didn't mention, it breathes fire.
That's what I was about to mention. On Saturdays and Sundays at 9, there's a light show, and supposedly it breathes fire or something along the lines out of the head of the dragon. So we're gonna have to come see that one day. We are in downtown Da Nang now, and as you can kind of see from the surroundings, it's primarily a city, but they started developing it as a up-and-coming beach town destination, which is very popular among South Koreans because it is one of the closest beach destinations with an airport to Korea. It's also popular with Australians apparently. Their beachfront area is being quickly developed. It is on that island over there. The town is split in the middle by this river behind me, which is the Han River. So we're going to be spending a couple days in downtown Da Nang exploring what this has to offer, and then we're going to be heading out to the beaches. Alright, so we're at our place for dinner now, and they have homemade winter melon water, which is what this is. And I was saying, this is what I picture when my friends tell me about the moonshine instant in Poland, when they had like that fancy home-brewed vodka that they brought out of nowhere. This is what I picture, because that's literally exactly what it looks like. So we're excited to try it.
What is a winter melon?
It's good.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. It's sweet. It tastes like tea. It tastes like cantaloupe. I think cantaloupe or honeydew. It tastes like honeydew.
It's okay. It's kind of weird.
Behind me across the street is Kong Cafe, which is where we're going to be going this morning for a coffee or small breakfast. Kong Cafe is known as the communist themed cafe. It's a chain that I believe started in Da Nang and it's kind of spread to the rest of Vietnam, and also has a location in Korea now because, as with a lot of things in Vietnam, it is very popular with Korean tourists. So we are going to be going and checking it out. Like I said, tourists think that it's a communist themed cafe, but according to the website, it's more of a military themed cafe. So I think that combined with the fact that they got the name Kong from the full name of Vietnam, the Socialist Republic of Vietnam, I think that makes tourists equate the cafe with a communism themed cafe, despite the fact that it really is just a military cafe. So we are going to go check it out now, and that is the end of that. Okay, so we are inside. This is the menu, and officially on the inside of the menu, it says that it was inspired by the owner's childhood in Vietnam in the 80s. So that's where the military theme comes from. It's a super cute menu, and we're going to be getting one of the milk teas, and we're also going to be getting a coconut chocolate. Doesn't that look so good? Okay, just kidding. Carson changed his mind. We're getting the passion fruit tea now instead. Also, I don't know if you can tell, but I've completely given up on wearing makeup because I sweat it all off all day. Carson drew some self-portraits. Can you tell which is which? Us walking down the street together.
Coconut chocolate. It's like, I don't even know what it is. Coconuts and chocolate, presumably. Delicious. And then this, a mountain tea with passion fruit is what this is. With their famous mountain tea. And of course our favorite drink, passion fruit.
It's exactly like tasting coconut chocolate ice cream. It's so good. Breakfast slash lunch. It's 12:30, and I found this place on Google Maps, and it does like a eggs, beef, omelet, skillet. People said it's like traditional Vietnamese breakfast. So right now we have tea, baguettes, soup, and some lettuce. Grayson got the beef, and I'm pretty sure his comes with dumplings, maybe. I'm just getting the 2 eggs, so we'll see. Ordering here is always like a toss-up, because who knows? We all just make up how you eat it too. Ah, thank you. Okay, the rest of our food just came. Look,
In a video of it. Steaming.
This one's mine. It looks so good. And when I cut my yolk, it's like like yolky, runny yolk. It spewed onto the plate, and it like look at this. This is the part that came off. Oh, look at that. Alright, so Carson got his with beef, and his was 70,000 dong, and mine was just egg. And we also got this big plate of veggies, and we each got a baguette to dip in our little soups. And mine cost 25, which is like $1.50 Canadian. 70,000 is like $4 Canadian, $4.50. So like $6 total for all of this food. Alright, so Carson and I are going to teach you how to figure out how good a restaurant is and how cheap it is, not based off the menu. First of all, correlation between the amount of walls and the price. Fewer walls, cheaper price, right? 2 is usually the sweet spot. You want like 2 open walls, like that place we're just in.
It's also quality though. Like the price and the quality basically correlate, inversely correlate. Where, so say there's only 2 walls, then it's going to be lower price and better quality.
Yeah.
Because basically, it's always higher quality for lower price in Asia. Like the street food vendors, if it's 10,000 for a banh mi, that's probably the best banh mi you'll ever have.
And then the tables. If it's a metal table and plastic chairs, it's gonna be really good food. You know it's gonna be really good food. If it's fancy like Western tables, probably gonna be expensive food and not that good.
Oh, there's also the secret third option, which is the ultimate, is small plastic stools about 1 foot off the ground and a tiny plastic table about 1 foot off the ground on the street.
I forgot about that one.
Is high quality for cheap. When we got that, it was like 15,000 for one portion of this amazing banh mi zhao mai.
Yeah. And then, do you want to tell them the last one about the sign?
Oh, and then the sign, where the sign is placed. The best places have super faded old signs from like 20 years ago, placed in the hardest to see, least visible place you can possibly imagine. So you basically can never find it, especially considering...
That guy's just laying on his horn for no reason.
Especially considering they only have like 2 walls, so it's just kind of in a corner of our building.
Yeah.
But that's how you know it's going to be cheap and amazing. The best thing about Asia is that the cheaper the food, the better the quality, because it's always just some grandma and her daughter making it for fun. And they're just like, okay, we'll take your money.
Yeah. We
love it. Okay, so this one here, we'll show you an example, has 3 walls, 1 is open, and then they have the metal tables, which is a very good sign, and they have plastic chairs, which is a good sign, but they're normal size, like they could fit a human. They're not small little baby ones, which is a bad sign. But so it's good. It's probably like reasonably priced, like maybe 40,000 for a dish, and good quality, but not, if it had the small red plastic chairs for like children, it'd be very good quality. And if it had 1 less wall, so it's on the corner, and it was just like where it could close off with metal, then it'd be high quality for a great price. We'll show you.
The one thing that restaurant did have going for it, which was a major plus, I don't know if you caught in that clip, there's a little dog that ran inside. I think it gets fed there. So that means it's an automatic yes from me. All right, it is like close to midnight now, and at midnight the Han Bridge opens up in the middle to let the ships pass through the river, like I said earlier today. So we are on our way down there. It's all lit up, and we're hopefully going to see that happen. All right. So the time is almost midnight, and Carson and I are waiting in front of the Han River Bridge, and supposedly it's supposed to light up and spin around or do something cool. But we're losing hope given there's still a lot of cars driving on the bridge.
But it's happening.
It's supposed to happen at midnight, and
3 minutes.
11:57.
It's gonna be great.
Okay, so it's midnight right now. Nothing's happening yet, but it might soon. So it's 12:05. We're sadly walking back to the hotel. It was neither lit up nor separated until that boat through. So that's a bit disappointing. And we also found contradictory statements online about what time, when, and like what happens. So seems like someone needs to come and clean up the online information about the Han River Bridge and when it does its little spinny spin for tourists.
Oh well. We had fun walking in the dark to the dark bridge.
We did. We are back for breakfast. It's the next day. We're changing hotels. We're still in Da Nang, but we're having our same breakfast that we love so much. Going to the beach by myself. Carson has been tired recently, so he's taking a little break. I don't like being by myself, but I'm going to have a good time at the beach anyways. Except I was hyping myself up to go, and then I got in the elevator, and there was one of the nice receptionists in the elevator for the hotel, and she was like, oh, where are you going? And I said I was going to the beach, and she was like, oh, just one person? And I was like, yeah, it's just me. Okay, the only thing I didn't have was water, so I'm stopping to get snacks. I'm getting a small water, and I'm getting myself a fun sparkling lemonade. Don't tell Carson. He's gonna get mad at me for spending money. I also took money without telling him. Also, I feel like because Carson and I spend so much time together, I feel like I don't do like girly activities. Like he doesn't like to tan at the beach. He likes to swim and thrash in the water and then go home immediately. But I like to lay there and read and have cute drinks and like, you know the smell? Like you smell like the banana boat sunscreen and you know you're gonna go sit on the beach and be cute. That's how I feel right now without Carson. Which is kind of a nice feeling to have some time apart. When I was in the elevator with the receptionist from the hotel, I was trying to make small talk. So it's hard when there's a language barrier. But so she was asking me what I was doing and I said I was going to the beach. And then I was like, oh, like, is the beach nice for swimming? Is the water warm? And she looked at me like I was an idiot, probably because that's just such like a North American concern to have. Like it's 32 degrees out here. It feels like 40. The UV is like 12. And I'm asking if the water's warm. Like the water better be cold, even though it's not. The water here is warm. It's like what they've been saying about Florida, which is not that good. Also, there's no one sitting on the beach anywhere. So and I don't know what the little roped off areas are supposed to mean. I'm just gonna go sit over here. I'm nervous. Okay, I am set up on the beach. Final beach outfit, my little knockoff Patagonia hat, sunglasses, dosed in sunscreen, maybe get more tanned. There's a sign that says Mayan Beach, and on mine it's supposed to be like My K Beach. But that's also the beach that they said was the surfing, and there's obviously no surf here to surf. So I don't know if I'm going to the wrong beach or what the deal is. So I was sitting here having a little tan by myself, and look who showed up.
Wow.
Hi, Carson. Say hi.
Hi.
And he brought snacks. Okay, we finally did it. We finally came to a vegan restaurant that I found that is open. Like, not open for the day, like open in general. Every single other time I found one in Korea, like everywhere, it's always been closed, like permanently. But now I found it. The place that we're at is called Loving Vegan, and Kristen and I are both getting Philly cheesesteaks that are completely vegan. And we're also getting it barbecue cauliflower tempura. Not only is this vegan restaurant actually open, but I've been saying I wanted a Philly cheesesteak like this entire time. I don't know why it's been on my mind recently, and now I can get one, and it's completely vegan. So not only am I getting something I've been craving, but I'm getting something I've been craving that I knew that I couldn't have, but I can have it.
What a day, hey, what a day.
We've had some cauliflower bites.
They're big.
Oh yeah.
They're kind of excessively large.
Okay, here we go, first bite. Come. All right, now we got Philly cheesesteaks. Look at that. That, I hope it's good.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I think it needs a little bit of spiciness, so we'll put some sriracha on. So we're here about to watch the Dragon Bridge firework situation. That's really, really cool. Carson said it was his favorite bridge he's ever seen, and then said we haven't been to that many cool bridges. And then I had to tell him that we've been to Tower Bridge and London Bridge and Charles Bridge in Prague.
I've been to a lot of bridges, but that was a very cool bridge. It may be the best bridge. I mean, I'm gonna have to recount some memories.
We're on the bus now. It was like quite a journey getting this bus simply because we missed the first one. But the bus itself is easy to do and manage. Carson's on his phone again, like in every step.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to get there.
We're going to the Marble Hills, Marble Mountains, which it's like the limestone mountains in the city of Da Nang, and limestone's a soft stone. So mountains like these are prone to caves. So there is a large network of caves in these mountains, and we get to go explore them. I think the tickets are like 40,000 Vietnamese dollars.
Cheap.
Thank you. Okay, we're off the bus. And there are the Marble Mountains. They look big. Just poking right out of the ground, and more back there. Casual home decor. So the Marble Mountains are a popular pilgrimage site. They are obviously made of marble and limestone primarily. So like I said, there's a huge network of caves inside, which have been built into pagodas and temples and tunnels and all this sorts of stuff. So there are 5 mountains. Each mountain is named after one of the 5 elements. And there are 157 steps to walk up. So that is what we're doing right now. We're in the first pagoda now. That actually went by so fast. I know you won't believe me from the way I'm panting. Mostly just because we haven't been doing a lot of physical activity recently and it's very hot. But 157 steps went by pretty quick. This is the main temple that you get to when you come up these stairs. It's called Chua Tam Thai. It's hot. We're sweaty.
Hannah sagely advised both of us not to wear a hat.
We've been chilling at the beach. We're out of practice for the touring, but this place is really pretty. So it's not the direction we thought it was going to be, but we're going to all of them, so it doesn't really matter.
One flower growing. These flowers also growing.
They carved that statue just out of the rock, out of the marble and the limestone. So fun fact, Carson just told me, Vietnam used to use the Chinese script for writing in Vietnamese, obviously, until the French came and they transitioned them to
Roman letters, but with all the diacritics and stuff.
That's the writing system that all these transcriptions are written onto also. Okay, so now we're walking to the highest peak. It's the Wall of Water mountain. And people said it has a lot of steps, it's very hot, the view is worth it. That we met on our way just as we were about to start. So, man, there's a lot of steps in this heat. It's hot. These steps are so steep. We're starting to get some of the view. We've made it to the highest peak of these 5 mountains. That was a lot of steps. But like I said, it was so worth it. But it is hot and a lot of steps, so be warned. But it's all worth it for this view. Ready? This is by far the sweatiest I've ever been. I can feel the sweat dripping down my face. This is what Carson feels like all the time. Okay, we're now entering a tight cave that I am not certain I want to go in. I was a little scared, but I made it. Of the cave that we crawled through, and we came in the back side, and you saw there's just like a tiny little hole opening the way that we came, and you kind of slipped into the bigger cave in there, and then this, you slip down again into this cave. But if you came through like the main entrance, you wouldn't know to go through that hole up the back entrance to the big lookout we were at. So someone just decided that that's what you do, and then we decided that's what we were gonna do. We're finally getting a nice breeze. Oh, and it feels so nice. The GoPro gets so hot sometimes that you just have to completely deconstruct it and hold it out in the breeze to cool off. We're done with the Marble Mountains. We were just saying though, that is there, you can take an elevator up that first 157 set of stairs, but they're walking around to all the different caves and the temples. There is no elevator. Like, it is a low accessibility activity. So just keep that in mind. Carson and I were saying, like, caution, like over the age of 50 level of accessibility. Like, it is not.
Double black diamond maybe. It was hard. It was hard for us, and we're 22
Yeah.
and 23.
That is everything that we did in Da Nang. We had so much fun spending like 2 weeks here, just hanging out with our free hotel breakfast, with our rooftop pool. We went to the Marble Mountains. It was so much fun. And now we're headed to Hoi An. So if you enjoyed this video, definitely leave a like, comment down below. And if you want to see what we get up to in Hoi An and everywhere else in Asia, make sure that you subscribe, because we will be here for the next year. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.